Hey crypto friends, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today guys, I'm going to share 7 tips that'll help you make low risk crypto gains on a consistent basis, okay? So guys, the very first tip, I'm just going to go ahead and get started with this right away. The very first tip that I'm going to talk with you about is to start with the fundamentals, okay? Now, I'm sorry I don't have a bunch of fancy graphics to show you or anything like that. I'm not really that type of person. I'm not going to prepare a bunch of random graphics to put together to show you guys, but so realistically here, I'm just going to talk from my own opinion here. So realistically here, you guys, my very first tip for you is going to be to start with the fundamentals, okay? So guys, pretty much understanding, the underlying fundamentals of, any crypto project is literally one of the absolute biggest secrets to investing in the crypto market. And guys, what you'll be able to do here is you'll be able to get a super clear picture of what you're getting into, and you'll have the ability to pretty much avoid any type of pitfalls that you end up having along the way as well. And another thing that you to keep in mind here, you guys, is the crypto market is always consistently changing, okay? I mean, it's literally always changing on a regular basis. And guys, these fundamentals that I'm talking about here, they will definitely be helpful when you're looking for, low risk opportunities while you're trading in the future as well. So overall here, you guys, tip number 1, definitely stick to and start with the fundamentals, okay? You want to start with the fundamentals of each and every crypto project that you are looking into, okay? Next up, you guys, tip number 2, I've got research, okay? So guys, literally with over 20,000 different cryptocurrencies, as you guys can see here, right now on CoinMarketCap, we're looking at 20,069 cryptocurrencies, okay? So with over 20,000 different cryptocurrencies on the market or circulating through the market, it can definitely be challenging to, try to figure out, which ones to trade. So therefore, you guys, depending on your specific style of trading, doing research into the coins that you're looking at, potentially trading, is absolutely crucial, okay? In addition here, crypto exchanges and software, they play an enormous role in determining the risk investing in these, in this highly volatile market. Therefore, you guys, doing your own due diligence and your own research here, will definitely help. It's definitely going to help you, leverage market swings and, make profitable trades in the long term. So realistically here, you guys, make sure you are researching into these projects, okay? It is very, very important, all right? Now, I guess the only type of thing that you don't have to really worry about research is if you are buying into a lottery ticket position, okay? So for people like me, I like to occasionally buy into lottery ticket positions, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'll put, $250 into a coin or something like that and see what happens, right? It's a lottery ticket. It's called a lottery ticket position for a reason. You've got extra money to spend, and you're throwing it into a random coin that you think, has an enormous potential in the short term. And, if it takes off, it takes off. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Whatever. You don't really care. So realistically here, you guys, those types of coins you really don't have to do research on if you already know a little bit about them or whatever. But, as far as, trading goes and whatnot, you want to be making sure that you are doing research into the coins that you are actually trading with your larger principal that you're trading with. So guys, this brings me to tip number 3, okay? So tip number 3 that I've got for you is going to be to create a trading plan, okay? Now this one is pretty much self-explanatory. It really is, especially considering every big-time trader out there who makes the big bucks. I mean, they're all using a strategy each and every time that they make a trade. So guys, if you're trading on a daily basis or you're trying to swing trade, it's absolutely crucial and absolutely important to have a strategy, okay? However, guys, creating a strategy, it's not exactly as easy as it sounds since it requires actual work, okay? Now, you're probably laughing right now because, yeah, it does require work. Now, I'm not going to go into depth on this because this is actually going to be in my video tomorrow, or sorry, in 2 days actually. But, from on a surface level here, you guys, you basically want to sit yourself down with a pen and paper or even a laptop. And, you want to physically make an actual list of your overall goals that you want to achieve with trading crypto, okay? And you want to be as detailed as possible here as well because, ultimately, guys, it's going to help you be able to, it's going to help you be able to figure out the exact steps that you'll need to take to reach those specific goals, okay? That's pretty much on a surface level the tip number 3, you want to create a trading plan, okay? No big traders out there that make all the, big money. There's no big trader out there that's not using a trading strategy. So if you're trying to trade without a trading strategy, you should also keep in mind that you're probably not going to make it very far, okay? It is absolutely crucial to have a trading strategy, okay? So guys, tip number 4, all right? The 4th tip I've got for you guys is to make sure you have targets, okay? Make sure to have and set targets, all right? This one is extremely important because overall here, you guys, it helps you stay on track and it helps keep you aligned with your overall trading plan, like I just discussed in, tip number 3. So basically here, you guys, you want to make sure that you have attainable targets that you're able to reach, so that you're able to reach reach them on each trade that you make. Whether it's a daily target, a weekly target, or even a monthly target. Overall here, you guys, these types of targets are absolutely crucial when it comes to being able to stick to your overall, strategy and continuing to rack in the profits for the long term here. So make sure you are setting targets, you guys. All right, guys, so tip number 5. Tip number 5 would be to not give in to FOMO, okay? This is a very, very big deal, you guys. I mean, giving into FOMO sucks. It really does. But seriously, though, you guys, this tip is extremely important because, I mean, you can easily lose a ton of money simply by FOMOing into random bullshit just because your ego thinks in your head that you can make even more, okay? Do not listen to that ego, okay? That ego is going to make you lose money. Trust me, it will, all right? And I get it, it's exciting to make a trade on a random Tuesday evening or something like that for an easy 5 to 15% gain, and jump into something else right after just because you've got this high that you just, made a bunch of money and whatever. But trust me, you guys, do not jump into another random trade really quick right away just because you could end up really setting yourself up for disaster, okay? Instead, you guys, you want to be able to profit, you want to be profitable in the long term. So again, you need to stick to your trading strategy, okay? So even if you're making those big gains, stick to the overall strategy, all right? So instead of FOMOing into something else right away, instead, hey, shut your laptop off and, shut the laptop off or your computer off or wherever you're trading, your phone off, whatever, and take a breather for a couple of hours and just enjoy the gains that you made for the day already, and then come back to it the next day and repeat the process. So again, guys, don't just FOMO into random projects, just because your ego thinks that you can make even more, okay? It's definitely not worth the potential losses. It's really, really not. And trust me, guys, I've seen many of people lose thousands and thousands of dollars due to FOMO. So, guys, do not be that guy, okay? Trust me, you don't want to be that guy. All right, next up, you guys, the 6th tip I have for you is going to be to apply risk management, okay? So guys, basically here, what I'm talking about here is when your trades are running well and you're doing well with your trades, it can be very, very tempting to want more by opening up multiple positions into other coins. However, guys, if the market turns upside down suddenly out of the middle of nowhere, which we have seen many times before in the past, it can definitely wipe out your entire portfolio. So guys, the risk really isn't worth the potential losses here, especially if you just made some fat gains beforehand, okay? Overall here, you guys, it's definitely wise to have a small and steady profitable trades rather than opening up several, random positions at a time because it'll overall reduce the risk long term, especially when you're safeguarding your gains or trying to safeguard your gains. So overall here, you guys, apply risk management, okay? And that's all part of, creating your strategy as well, which again, I talk about in my video in two days from now. So be on the lookout for that. All right, guys. So last but not least, the very last tip that I've got for you guys here at number 7 is going to be to diversify, okay? Now, this is something that I personally struggled with in the when I was within my first year of, being in the crypto market as well. I had a problem with diversifying, and I thought that, because since I was starting with a small amount of money, I mean, back then, you guys, I literally only started with $1,000, okay, in the crypto market. And I wish I would have diversified into at least 2 or 3 different coins rather than just one, okay? So basically, you guys, Diversification is simply a classic strategy that, savvy traders pretty much apply when trading crypto. And, one thing that you can diversify your crypto holdings is by investing into coins, with different use cases or purposes. And that literally, that's literally all there is to diversification. But overall here, you guys, collecting profits from the crypto market is honestly quite challenging, okay? And if you don't understand how everything works in the industry, and the market is literally, overflowing with new coins and tokens that can easily confuse you, if you're a newbie. I mean, honestly, they really, really can here, you guys. So again, here, you guys, you want to make sure you are diversifying. So let me show you an example here real quick. So basically, you guys, if you're investing into like Bitcoin and Ethereum, for instance, I mean, most newbies are probably going to feel safest in Bitcoin or Ethereum because, this has been number one and this has been number two for pretty much ever, or, quite a long time anyway. So realistically here, most people are going to invest in these two, realistically, just, historically, okay? Now, you want to diversify. So instead of, just buying these, as an example here, buy a bunch of, Solana ecosystem projects, or buy a bunch of Avalanche ecosystem projects, or a bunch of Cardano ecosystem projects, or, buy other types of coins that are, of good quality, that are going to be here for the absolute long term here, you guys. You want to make sure that you are diversifying into all kinds of different types of cryptocurrencies rather than just one, okay? Because you could really end up losing a lot of money if that project decides to go down in the long term, okay? So realistically here, you guys, you'll definitely want to spend some time researching the market, simply to, just to simply, just to protect your portfolio, from risk exposure overall, when you're trying to trade the market. Because overall here, you guys, it'll definitely enable you to stay in the game longer by aiming for low risk crypto gains. I mean, it really will, you guys. So realistically, honestly, it's worth it. Just spend some time researching more. There's a lot of people out there who ask me a lot of the same types of questions, and it all points to the same thing. These people are not spending enough time doing their own research, and that's what they need to do. There is no easy way out in this crypto market. You have to be able to learn. You have to be able to understand things in order to get somewhere. You do. But overall here, you guys, that's going to pretty much do it for this video. So I will go ahead and wrap this one up. But again, guys, hey, before you guys leave, go ahead and make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a new crypto and altcoin video from me on a regular basis. And hey, guys, with that said, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my future videos or chatting with me here on Twitter.